Hey everybody, KP here. Today I get to have fun changing valve cover gaskets out. I'm not going to bore y'all with a whole process. More like maybe show y'all a little bit of highlights from it. Because it's going to be interesting. With all this stuff in the way, this is the easy side. Just a couple heater hoses, fuel injector wires, spark plug wires, and this line here, which as you can see I already got that sensor disconnected. It's a 4-liter V6 Mustang. Y'all know truck thing. Now this is the driver's side. Figured I'd do the passenger side first since this one has a lot more to move. Definitely gonna be fun. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and then take these heater lines off. Give me access to the timing gear back here so I can clear it with the valve cover and now you can see there's a lot of debris right there. I'm gonna clean all that out before I can take the valve cover off because I don't want all that trash falling in my engine. Alright, I got it all disconnected. I just gotta undo the 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which there's a bracket right here that goes onto this that you got to pry it out so you can get to it. Only thing I see that's going to hold me up is the fuel injector wire. So this is going to be interesting. I got the heater hoses already out the way, so we're good to go. The bracket that's holding the metal heater hoses on is connected to the exhaust manifolds, which I don't know if you can see them or not. Yeah. One of the nuts is already out, but I don't even gotta worry about that, so alrighty, get this off. As you can see, I got the valve cover off. And I got some debris I gotta pick out of here because I wasn't able to get all that area cleaned up enough. But I'll never understand why Ford did this. There's a timing chain in the back for the passenger side cam. And this is the driver's side. And the cam is over here in the front. Can't you just put them in the same direction? Makes it easier on the mechanics to change out the timing chains. Because I know on the passenger side, there's very little room. But yeah, right here underneath the oil filler is where the cam for the driver's side is. Fun stuff, people. Next step is getting all the old gasket off, which there's not any on here, but there's still some residue and everything from where it was at. So get this area all cleaned up, grab a couple paper towels, and be good to go. Alright, I got the valve cover out. I already got the valve cover gasket out. I got one of the screws out. That is the screw right there that goes in there. And you notice the weird looking shape. It's for a smaller gasket. It's basically a crush gasket to help keep from crushing the valve cover gasket itself. As you can see, all the rest of them got it. I'm gonna go ahead and take one out and show you all how to remove it. As you can see, it come out so far, and there you go. You got it out. Just work it until it comes off. Now I got it off, I'm gonna put the new one on. Partially on. As you can see, you just slowly work it till it goes on, which it's easier with 2 hands, but holding my camera. And there you go, it's on. it'll automatically go to where it's got to be at. And I just slide it back in there. And there you go. Makes it a whole lot easier changing out valve cover gaskets than the old Fox body days, because the Fox body days you had to put the valve cover on and try to line up everything, get your screws to go in without cross threading them. But it makes it handy doing it that way. Now it's time for me to put the new valve cover gasket on and put it back together. As you can see, that's the old gasket. It's all hard. It broke apart as it was coming out. There's one of the little gaskets for the boats. As you can see, it's already preformed to go back on the specific valve cover valve cover. So let's put it on. As you can see, I got it partially on. I find it's easier to go where the bolts and all are at. Get all those started, and it goes in the rest of the way easily. I got the new gasket in, the new grommets for the boats and everything. And all I do is reinstall. Make sure after you get all of it lined up and you push all this in, go back over it multiple times to make sure it's all the way in. As you can see, right here it's kind of got a kink, and I tried to get that to go in there anymore. It's the same height and everything, but it's just crooked. So just keep going over it until you got it all locked into place. And all you gotta do is just reinstall the valve cover. And I got it all back together. I got it running so I can look for any kind of oil leaks. The oil leaks that I had on here is in the back. The notorious going bad in the back first. Got a little squeak in the belt. But other than that, got it all back together. I say it took about 30 to 45 minutes. It's not that hard to do. It's just more of a pain in the backside with getting everything out the way, and a little bit of area that you have right here to get the valve cover out. Other than that, I saved myself quite a few $100 doing it myself. Fun one's going to be this one. That's the one that first started leaking. As you can see back there, where right here on the exhaust manifold, it's all wet, and all back up in here, that's where it's all leaking from. So I gotta change out that. So I'll let the car run for a few minutes, make sure all the fasteners and water lines and everything else is all hooked back up, make sure there's no leaks. I didn't do the other video where I changed out the exhaust, the O2 sensors. There's a pain in the backside because the line for the port 1 is all the way up here on both sides. Makes it hard to get to from on top and the bottom, but I was actually able to get it from up top. And I didn't need a special tool. I just used the crescent wrench on, I don't know if you can see that silver thing sticking out. But that's where the oxygen sensor is at on this side. So far, no oil leaks, no water leaks. Sounds like I got a little bit of a miss, so one of my plug wires might be a little loose. So go back, and after I shut it off, I'm gonna go back and check and make sure everything is all connected and everything on spark plugs. So far, no water leaks, no oil leaks yet. Fuel injector lines are still on. That vacuum line is still on. That sensor's still hooked up. Still good to go. I didn't know how to do this one here because it's a newer type engine. I'm used to the older engines. And with all this stuff, you can always go on YouTube and look it up. Give you an idea on how to do things. Save yourself some money. See you on the next one.